that paints and draws? Yeah, his name's Brian Carleton, and he paints beautiful pictures. Oh, goody. Yay! Could you tell me about this painting? It's so colorful and moving.
Well, this is from the series, kind of my life's work series called News from the Noosphere. And this is actually a smaller one. I have a larger format that would be double this, but all of these involve these red squares, and it's kind of like the pulse of, this would symbolize man, actually, the red square, but all the movement around it would symbolize our life force traveling through the universe, you might say.
How do you know that the painting is finished?
Well, actually, a good method is not to ever go overboard, but to get the painting in the 90% to 100 percentile completion. So anything over 90%, I'm happy with. Now, you don't want to overbake them or overcook them, but just try to get close to finish and then back off.
Oh, wow. Yay! And Brian, could you just tell us something about how you got started in being an artist?
Well, it just started in childhood. So I was just a normal kid and liked to draw, and I always took art class. I had such a great passion for art, and then several different things happened within a really short period. I had a vision quest experience, and I also moved to rural Kentucky, where I started doing commission paintings.
So exciting. Can you tell us about Vision Quest?
Well, the term I'm using is the interpretation of what the Native American Indians experienced. To that, I didn't go out into the wilderness for 3 days and fast, but I did have a shocking interaction with something outside of my body that did create this vision. But art is I interpret art as very spiritual. It's a very creative thing, and I guess that helps artists to have a creative vision.
It's about these huge.
This would be the larger size, which stretch out about 108 inches long.
Whoa.
And 85 inches tall.
And what are they about?
Well, News from the Noosphere is a series I started in the 80s, and then the noosphere would be the term that everyone should know, and the noosphere is man's biological thought globe. So basically, we live our lives, we watch TV, we read books, we learn, we grow, and all these things are contained in the noosphere. And the noosphere is a word coined by Teilhard de Chardin.
So Brian, could you tell us what advice you might have for someone who wanted to go into art?
Not to do it. I go over to this lady's house, and her and her son greet me at the door, and she's not really sure why I'm there. And I proceed to sell her that I'm going to paint a picture of her beautiful home. And she run home, I do the painting as fast as I can in like 6 hours, and then it's wet because it's oil paintings. So I'm driving around in my van, I actually have the painting in the van with me. I spot her in the parking lot of the grocery store, and I jump out of the van and run across the parking lot with this and say, "Here's your painting, it's only $25. And she like looks at me like, "What are you doing?" And she walks in the store, and that was the end of it.
Oh,
Shake Brian's hand, say thank you for the interview. Oh, they're just, BeBe's just speechless. She never thought a living artist would say, don't do it. How long have you been a member of the Art Commission?
Since 2012.
And what would you like to have happen with the Art Commission to contribute to the people of Brentwood?
Well, I'd like them to go ahead and spend all the money they have that is designated to be used only for art. It's a 1% law, which is very common, that every developer or whoever is building something out here, a percentage of their getting taxed goes to the arts, and I'd like them to go ahead and blow through it.